An Arkansas burn boss was at the Hobbs State Park today talking about how controlled burns help manage forests across the state. Fred Sutton, a park ranger that oversees many of these burns, spoke with visitors today about how it will help prevent wildfires by clearing out flammable materials like leaves, pine needles, and dry grass.
It is a dangerous thing, but I think the more knowledge we can get out there about fires and how we do it and how cautious we are and the parameters we have to follow to do it, people feel a little more secure and confident in the way we're doing things.
Sutton also says the burns also help create space for new vegetation and improve habitat for wildlife. Main Street Fort Smith is looking for your input. The nonprofit that promotes all things downtown has a new survey on its website asking what you think needs to be done to improve the downtown Fort Smith area. 5 News anchor Darren Bobb says your input is vital.
This is less about trying to attract visitors and more about what the people who live in Fort Smith, what do they want to see?
Amanda Hager is executive director of Main Street Fort Smith. She says the survey will help guide Main Street through the next 3 to 5 years.
We want to make sure that the community is at the heart of what we are doing as an organization. And we want to make sure we have a downtown that is welcoming and thriving. And that means, what does our community want?
She says visitors are more than welcome to fill out the survey, but
the heart of the survey is really for the people that live here. These are the people that are going to come downtown, hopefully once a week, at least a couple times a month for, shopping or a birthday dinner, something special.
Hager says she's hoping those who don't make it to the downtown area on a regular basis will say why they don't.
But I want to hear what, someone who only frequents downtown maybe once a month. I want to know why. Why don't you come down here more often? Is it just the drive, or there's not a business you want to frequent?
She says the results will not only help her agency, but business owners as well.
Because some of the questions are like, what time do you most likely would you frequent a business? What day of the week would you most likely frequent a business? And that's great information for an established business to know, hey, people are really wanting to shop on Tuesday, but after 5 o'clock. That's great information for them.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, I'm Darren Bobb, 5 News.
The survey will continue through the end of August. If you'd like more information about it, head to our website, 5newsonline.com, and click on the Community Spotlight tab at the top of the homepage. Well, Fayetteville's Restaurant Week is underway. It started today and continues through Saturday. More than 70 local restaurants are involved, offering special menus and deals to showcase the city's vibrant food scene.
We have about 75 restaurants in Fayetteville who are taking part, and they're all offering something special. From Meiji Japanese Cuisine is doing a day of dim sum. We have several of our fine dining restaurants that are doing fixed price 3-course meals. So Atlas, Mockingbird Kitchen. Those are also Kana is doing a really great fixed price 3-course meal. So lots of great things that people can come and sample. We hope that people will come out and try something new because we have such a diversity of restaurants in Fayetteville.
This is Fayetteville Restaurant Week's 3rd year. A 3-year-old boy in Siloam Springs spent his afternoon selling lemonade, all to support the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach shows us how these simple stands are making a big impact.
We have cookies and lemonade and big smiles, right?
Meet Maverick, a little 3-year-old with a big heart. Today, he hosted a lemonade stand to benefit the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter's new foster care program, Foster for the Future. His grandmother, Jessica Florer, works with the shelter as the Director of Student and Family Services at Hope Academy.
Working at the Children's Shelter, we get to see firsthand the needs that are there. And I've worked there for several years in a couple of different capacities. So just getting to pour back in as a community member instead of as an employee feels really important.
The shelter has already hosted 75 stands this summer with the goal of reaching 100 across Arkansas and beyond. Flora says the stands are about more than just fundraising. They help bring families together.
We're working with the family and the student. That'll be part of what I'm able to hold on to. And just bringing that entire collaborative piece.
And while these stands may not bring in millions, she says the real impact happens on a much more personal level.
When we do fundraising events, you get to see or hear that those things are going to go out and serve the kids. But seeing the direct impact to families, the direct impact where kids' lives are changed and they're starting to feel successful in life is the most impactful thing that we've seen directly.
For Maverick, this experience is about more than selling lemonade. Florer hopes it instills a lasting message about giving back.
It's not going to raise millions like our fundraisers do, but it's just awareness for our neighborhood. It's something that starts very young with him, being in an environment that he doesn't have unmet needs, where he's going to learn very young that we can go ahead and start doing those things on a small scale until he's older and maybe do a big impact.
She says anyone can get involved, and the shelter is still offering lemonade stand kits for families who want to help. In Siloam Springs, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
To learn more about hosting a stand or donating to the cause, you can visit our website, 5newsonline.com. Well, the United Way of the Fort Smith area is hosting their annual Fill the Bus School Supply Drive. It's happening this Friday and Saturday. While shoppers buy their back-to-school supplies for their children or grandchildren, they can pick up a few extra items and drop them off at the school bus that will be parked in front of a local Walmart supercenters.
School districts do a really good job at spreading these school supplies and making them last all year long. So the more that we raise, the better prepared they are all year long. And I think that's very important. It's not just the first few months. These teachers really hold on to these things and make them last. It does alleviate some of that stress, and every child deserves to have what they need to succeed.
Volunteers will be at all River Valley Walmart locations this Friday from 9 to 7 and Saturday from 9 to 1. Tax-free weekends are also around the corner for back-to-school shoppers. Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri all have tax-free weekends happening the first weekend of August. Each of the state allow people to buy things like school and art materials, electronics, and clothing without paying state taxes ahead of the new school year.